For the first time ever, I've left my own garden and I'm here at the RHS Malvern Spring Show to show you something that I think is really pretty special. So stay tuned and we'll have a look around. Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back and welcome to the RHS Malvern Spring Show. What I hope is I'm going to be able to give you some great inspiration for your own gardens this week. I've got an interview with someone really pretty special, so let's have a look around. If you're looking for a one-stop shop of ideas for your garden, you are not going to go far wrong with visiting a garden show. And the Malvern Show this year is just fantastic, and it's the first time that I've been here. The giant floral marquee is filled with expert growers of every kind of plant, from lilies. The scent of the lilies just fills the floral marquee, to woodland plants, all the way right through to cacti. But for me, the show gardens are where it's at. And one of the best, if not the best examples of that this year is the Vitamin G garden, the Royal Horticultural Society's feature garden at this year's show. I had the opportunity earlier on to speak to the garden's creator, Alan Williams. He's a garden designer who's already won an RHS medal for his parsley box garden at last year's Chelsea Flower Show, to find out a little bit more about the story behind his garden.
So I'm Alan Williams and welcome to the Vitamin G garden. So Vitamin G is this new science that has been published by the scientists over at Wisley, and they've proven that 20 minutes of being outside or within your own garden space can have massive implications on your health, mental and well-being basically. And actually just being out in it and your physical activities and your interactions with the green space has been proven to just enhance your life basically. So yeah.
The garden's aim is to promote mental, physical and social well-being, and it does that through the spaces that have been created and of course the planting choices. The garden has a lovely secluded studio and platform area, a plunge pool. Now, I really want that plunge pool. It just looks so cool. And a dedicated area designed to encourage social connection with others. You'll know by now that I am a lover of perennial planting. So for me, the planting combinations were really what shone through. Specific plants such as orange geum, bluey purple camasias, and those lovely lime green euphorbia were woven all the way through the garden. But the mix shifts between different areas, adding in extra plants like ferns, dark flowered geraniums, grasses, and lovely white alliums. And of course, a beautiful selection of deciduous trees that add height, form, and patches of dappled shade. I always talk about the benefits of being out in the garden and how I always think that we really need to make sure to take time and enjoy it. But I was interested to know, what did Alan think about that?
There's nothing better than if I've had a bad day, I will get home, I'll pick the dogs up, the boys, and I'll take them for a walk through the woods in the village or do something. And actually, you forget that you're interacting with the green space and actually you relax, you just completely chill out. And that's hopefully those elements have been incorporated within the garden. So yeah.
Sometimes when you're bombarded, in a good way of course, with a whole day's worth of beautiful plants and gardens, it can be really overwhelming and a bit tricky to pick out specific ideas that you can bring home with you. So I asked Alan, what would he like people to take away from his garden?
So I think the biggest takeaway is the simplicity but the attainability of all the planting within this garden. And yes, some of the materials have been recycled, some of them we've had to buy in, but actually the planting, you can go to any garden centre and pick up a salvia, a fern, anything within this garden, and actually just try the combinations. Don't be afraid to mix your favourite plants together. So I've designed a bed and my mom's favourite flowers are roses, lupins and all that sort of thing. And I thought it was never going to work as a combination, but actually it looks amazing. And actually never be in fear of trying something, because if it doesn't work, dig it up, move it and change it.
From speaking to him, I particularly loved how Alan used the word attainable and how we shouldn't be afraid of just trying something. For me, my takeaway would be that if you're going to go to a garden show, look at everything, whether it's the planting, the hard landscaping, is it the colour choices or the combinations, or is it even just the feeling that you get from a specific space? Take loads of photos and video clips, and then these can serve as a really good mood board for when you get home. Most of all though, going to shows often gives you direct access to great garden designers, landscapers and plants people who are more than happy, in my experience, more than happy to talk about their garden or display and share their knowledge with you. All you got to do is spot them and ask them nicely. So I really hope that today has brought you some ideas and inspiration that you can apply in your own garden. It certainly has for me. I hope it does the same for you. Make sure to get along to your own local gardening shows that are happening this year so that you can just enjoy being here and see some brilliant things. If, of course, you want to watch some more videos, check out this because I think you're going to love it. And as ever, until next time, see you later.